Good morning, guys. I wanted to give you a little bit of help on how to format your papers. Tomorrow you're going to be starting your genocide paper, but this is what I'm going to tell you today is stuff that you can use on any of the papers for this class as well as any of your others. You may be looking at a different version of Word, but the basic instructions are all there. Let's start off with how to get the right size margins, which is the white space on along the outside of your paper. If you go up to the layout button, okay, you can click on the margins section, or you may be looking at these numbers here. It doesn't really matter how you get to it, but you want to have a 1-inch border around the entire paper. So I'm going to click on these preset settings for 1 inch all around, or you could change them here. Notice they auto changed when I did that. So once you've got your border, you can go ahead and start typing. I'm going to click on home up here. I want to type in Times New Roman, okay, which is already preset for me. You can also type in Arial, so that's a choice there, but you do want to make sure that you're typing in size 12, and you can see that up here, all right? Go ahead and the first thing you'll want to put is put your name. So for me, this would be my name. You want to put yours. The next thing you're going to put is Ms. Bates. That's the teacher. Then you're going to put the class or the assignment. So I can put English 2 Genocide because that's the paper. So in case this paper gets lost somewhere, I know where it belongs. And then the last thing you're going to put is the date. So today's date is the 22nd of September 2014. If you notice, I wrote that in the European way, which puts the day before the month. I'm not too particular about that, but according to MLA, which is the English guidelines, that's the way it's supposed to be. I can go ahead and double space the paper, and if I double space it at the beginning, this will double space everything for the entire paper. And what it means to double space is you have that little bit of extra white space in between lines, which makes it easier to read. And it is easier to do by double spacing the whole page as opposed to hitting enter at the end of each line. So don't do that. Watch what I'm doing here. I'm going to go up here. They've changed the symbol for it. I can go up here where the little arrows are going both ways, and notice when I hold over it, that line spacing box comes up. I can click on that, and I want to hit the 2 so that it will be double space. So you've got an extra line in between. So now everything I type will be double space. Notice how that dropped down, okay? And then I'm going to put my title. Remember, the title should tell me what you're writing about, so I'm going to not be terribly creative. Let's say I'm writing that it is genocide that ISIS is committing, so genocide in the Middle East, okay? ISIS, all right? So that's not a very clever title, but it'll do. If I put my cursor in front of the title and then I hit the center button, see how everything here is centered and the center text comes up? That's going to go ahead and center that for me. And then if I hit enter again and I go back here and click the left side, then I'm ready to type, hit the tab button, I can go ahead and start typing my paper. Last thing you want to do before you actually really get into typing your paper is you want to go ahead and put in a page number. So if you wanted to insert your page numbers, you would go up to Document Elements and then click on Page Number. Okay, you want your page number at the top of the page. See how it moved it up there? And then you can click OK. That'll show up here. If you double click on that, it'll let you actually type in front of that. So I'm going to put in my last name. You'll want to put in yours, and then the space key so that on every page it will type your last name and the page number. And this is really helpful if somehow the papers get separated. I know which order they go in. Okay. You can also, if you want to be super fancy, go back and highlight that and change that to Times New Roman 2 so that it matches everything else in the paper. All right, great, guys. So if you have any other questions, I'm going to hit close. Please let me know, but this is the basics on how to format your paper. Thanks.